Hello world, hello YouTube land, I'm back. Alright, I've decided to do a few more of these versus reviews. They're just more interesting to me really, rather than just getting one comic and ramble about it for a few minutes. Why not get two and compare and contrast? I'm going to do that this time with both Rogers, as Hermes Press, Howard Chaykin, he's the artist and the writer. It's number one, but Rogers number one. This is BatGirl number 23, DC Comics of course. Gail Simone and the artist, I get his name, Fernando Pascarin. I've got a five different categories here, so I can compare and contrast. Let's go. This won't take too long hopefully. Right, number one, art. Which comic has got the best art? Oh, and don't worry, there's going to be no spoilers in this review. I don't do spoilers anymore. I know how annoying it is. So art, who's got the best art? Like I said, from BatGirl, Fernando Pascarin. I wasn't really that much of a fan, to be honest. He has problems with some of the depth perspective. Some of the doorways were too big, some of the people were too small, that sort of thing. He did have some really good panels, and just sometimes things didn't, the sizes weren't quite right. It was doing 2D when it should have been 3D, if you know what I mean. Right, Buck Rogers. Buck Rogers is drawn as an old-fashioned square-jawed hero, and we have lots of fantastic sky battles with jetpacks, and the depth perspective is spot on. So he hasn't got the same problems there as for Fernando. And there's lots of variety in the art as well from Buck Rogers. There's aeroplanes as well. There's jetpack scenes, like I said before. There's chatting scenes. Here's a quick example. Buck Rogers having a bit of a chat. Buck Rogers having a bit of a fight. And there's also some fantastic full pages of artwork here in the Buck Rogers comic. Look at that. Quite nice, isn't it? Pretty good. Unfortunately, BatGirl, the best thing about the artwork is the front cover. That's a gorgeous front cover, but unfortunately it doesn't follow through in the actual comic itself. Okay, so the winner of the artwork was Buck Rogers by a country mile. Action. What comic has got the best action scenes? So BatGirl, there's an unconvincing shopping confrontation where Barbara's doing a bit of shopping, as all girls love shopping, apparently. I don't know, do they? And she's confronted by these like 1970s to 1980s punks. I've been in quite a few shopping centres in my time, quite a few town centres, and I've never ever seen a group of boys harass some girls because they're shopping. It just doesn't happen. So I don't know what world Gail Simone is. It's used slightly because it's set in Gotham, but apparently Gotham is some sort of strange 1979 sort of part of the world, which just doesn't correlate to what's happening in the world I live in anyway. But there was a fantastic fight scene at the end of BatGirl, and BatGirl was dressed up in like she's not in a normal BatGirl costume. She's feeling a bit guilty about what happened in the previous issues with her brother, and that's actually the best art of the comic. There's one really good panel. I'll give Fernando some credit for the one panel which I really did enjoy. Where is it? So it's not all bad. His art isn't all bad. There are good points. So I'll just find it. There you go. That one scene there of BatGirl kicking a copper in the face. That's very good. And good action scenes there. But the action scenes for Buck Rogers. It's full of action. It starts off with jetpack scenes. Like I said before, there we go, jetpack. Great art again. And it ends with a jetpack scene as well. That's what Buck Rogers is all about, really. It's all about action. There's another great full-page panel at the end of the book as well. It's all jetpacks and firing guns at people. So the winner of that one has to be Buck Rogers. Next category, character development. See, in BatGirl, Barbara was tormented. I mentioned it before. Sorry, tormented by the death of her brother. So she's not in the BatGirl costume. She attacks the policeman even though she feels bad about doing it. So there's quite a lot of character development there for BatGirl. We see who she is. We see that, and we also see. I know I criticised the scene with attacking the 1970s punks, but that shows that she doesn't like bullies as well. So that's more character development there for BatGirl. From Buck Rogers, it's all told from the point of view of Buck Rogers. He's a bloke from the 1920s. He's had a bit of sleep, a Rip Van Winkle, and he's woken up in 2000. What was it? 2500, I think. It's way ahead in the future anyway. The 25th century. So it's not now. It's way into the future from now. And everyone's flying around jetpacks and stuff. And what he's noticed is that nothing's changed. People are still fighting each other for what he calls the plutocrats. The plutocrats. And if you look for the definition of the word plutocrats, it's basically it's what we have now. It's a government who is operating and working for the rich. So you've got a government who's pretending to be working for the people, but it's actually owned and controlled by the rich. And that's what's happening in the future, and obviously that's what's happening now. So that's obviously very interesting to me. Right, the winner though for character development has to be BatGirl, because well, the book is BatGirl, and there's a lot of character development going there. I'm very interested in what's going on with Buck Rogers, but with BatGirl, character development, she wins that one. Right, next category, story developments. In BatGirl, there's a big ending that will have very big storyline consequences. And in Buck Rogers, it's all about Buck and his world, and he's introducing us to the idea of the Han of the plutocrats, really, that I was just talking about. And it had a bit of a confusing ending in Buck Rogers as well. I was really enjoying the book, then the ending I had to read a few times just to understand where it was going. I thought it was probably the weakest thing about the book was the ending. So the story development, so I have to give the award for that one to BatGirl again. So that's two in a row for BatGirl. The last topic, the last category, is one that I always put in around doing these versus reviews. It's New World Order or Police State issues, which I think that any comic written in 2013 has to deal with these issues, because they're the most important defining things of our time. If you just look at the news every day, there's something which touches on these issues, which it's almost like a reminder, trying to wake people up. Even the mainstream media is noticing these issues now, that we're all being spied on and that our government doesn't work for us. This ties in exactly with what Buck Rogers is talking about with the plutocrats, and Buck Rogers himself is questioning it all. I mean, BatGirl, we have BatGirl, she's feeling a bit bad about beating up the policemen, because obviously the police, the corporate enforcers, as I call them, are just doing their jobs, so she feels bad about that. There's also a character called Nightfall. She's a rich super villain, and she's above the law because she can, well, because she's rich. So that's good for the BatGirl. But the entire point, it seems to me, of Buck Rogers is that he's going to fight against these plutocrats, or the Han, as they've been called in this comic. So although there's this issue of the rich being above the law in BatGirl, I'd have to give the winner the award to Buck Rogers for that one. Right, so overall, what did I like about BatGirl? I like the cover. The cover was great. I love the fight scene at the end. I love that they were dealing with the rich being above the law, and I love the front cover as well. Let's see that again. That is a really good front cover. BatGirl. And what did I dislike about BatGirl? Dislike the interior art, unfortunately. I wasn't very keen on that, just because of the issues with perspective. And I also dislike the 1970s, 80s punks. I know they're like a storyline necessity, because it showed that BatGirl doesn't put up with bullies, but I just thought it just seemed a bit fake, just a bit unrealistic. That situation doesn't actually happen ever anywhere, and not as not that I'm aware of anyway. Right, so Buck Rogers, what did I like? I like the gorgeous art. I like lots of the fights. And I like the character of Buck, who's questioning these plutocrats. I love the jetpacks, and I love the full pages as well, the full page artwork, like that one there as well. There we go at the end. I love that. What did I dislike? Just a confusing ending, really. But it wasn't that bad, really. I just thought it could have been a bit stronger. Okay, so I'll take the 2 comics. The winner, BatGirl or Buck Rogers. The winner is the comic that I can't pronounce. Buck Rogers. Buck Rogers wins this. So BatGirl versus Buck Rogers. Winner, Buck Rogers. Check it out for yourself. It's really good, and I think you'll enjoy it quite a lot. I certainly did. Okay. That's the end of the verses, and I'll be back tomorrow to show you the comics that I pick up from the comic book shop. Should be a good one, and see you tomorrow. Bye.